students, obviously I'm not here, so I decided that I'm going to show you exactly what it is that we're doing today. Okay, so we are starting our book clubs today, which means that you are assigned to a certain book club. You'll get in that book club today, and you're going to do a couple things to set up exactly what it is. So first and foremost, let's talk about what groups you're in. You guys can see what groups you're in just in Canvas, but I'll quickly show you exactly where you're at. For Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, we have four students. We have Perry, Casey, Ronald, and David, and then we have for Dracula seven people: Kyan, Brooke, Ethan, Maria, Bryson, Gavin, and Chanji. And then for Frankenstein, we have Anna, Kate, Kelsey, Ridley, Wesley, and Miriam. Okay, so those are the three different groups. If you weren't here last time, you can join a group today. Whatever one, just let me know which one you want to join. Okay, so those are the three groups. You can see them again here. You can pause the video if you want to, just to make sure you know what group you're in. But that's the group you're going to be in, okay? So a lot of this today, a lot of what we're doing is we're just setting up exactly what we're going to do. In essence, you're going to read your book, and you're going to have the choices of how many pages you want to read per week, and so forth. So the very first thing you're going to do is I want you guys to get into your groups. So Dracula, get with Dracula, Frankenstein, get with Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, get with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Create a table with that group, and go to Canvas, okay? And when you get to Canvas as a group, I want you guys to go to the assignment that says Master Book Club Schedule 8, and it's going to take you here, okay? As I mentioned, I devised this unit so you guys would have some autonomy in its creation. And the first thing I want you guys to have autonomy with is I want you guys to create your schedule of reading, okay? I'm not going to dictate how many pages you're going to read per week. All I'm going to say is that you need to finish your book by the assigned date, which for you guys would be November 9th, right here on a B-Day. Okay, so that's 4 weeks away. So we are going to be need that book done. We need that book done by November 9th. Now, what's going to be interesting about these book clubs is that you guys will be meeting once a week to determine you're gonna have discussions in your book clubs once a week, right? So that means that we'll be meeting together on this Friday, October 14th, and then next week on Thursday on October 20th, and then we get back from break on November 3rd, and then lastly on November 9th, right? So we're going to be meeting 4 different times, okay? So what you're going to do is I want you to write down, you're going to create a schedule with your group. So you're going to create a table. So it's pretty simple. You click reply, you click table, then the table is going to be a 2x5. So you just do that, and that goes in there, and then you're going to type in, what I did here, which would be name of book club, and then you'd put October 14th, November, and then October 20th, November 3rd, and November 9th. Then you guys are going to decide how many pages. You then are going to decide how many pages you're going to have read by the time the meeting starts. So that means for this first one, we're meeting in 2 days, right? Today is Wednesday. We're meeting on Friday. You need to determine how many pages you as a group are going to read within that time. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, that's easy. I'm just going to divide my pages into fourths, and then we'll read 25% of the book each week. And I would say that's a really good idea, except for a couple of things. First and foremost, you have a really short time to read this week, right? I'll give you a little bit of time today, about 15 minutes, and then you'll have about 30-ish minutes next time to read, but that's it. So we don't have a ton of time. And so because of that, you want to think, okay, so maybe the first week we will read less of our book, right? And then we'll have to pick up the slack, when we meet together on October 20th and November 3rd. Whatever, it's however you decide how you want to read the book. But again, you want to make sure that you're thinking strategically here. So again, reading a fourth of your book by Friday, I would say, just based on what I've noticed from my classes, that would be kind of difficult. Okay, but yeah, you guys will create a schedule together. So all of you are going to do this. You're not going to just have one group member do it. You'll have every member, part of your group, will create a table. You guys are going to talk about it, and you're going to list out exactly what it is that you want to read each week. Okay. Again, just some clarifications. We need the book read all the way through by the 9th, so you're finishing it that week. And then also you want to be about halfway through by October 20th. Okay. And then just remember too that you're not reading the entire book. If you're looking at that blue paper, you are just reading about 70-ish pages, 77 or so forth. So again, if you're doing Frankenstein, you're not reading 250 pages, you're reading 70-ish pages. So we have 4 weeks to read 70 pages. So we're not it's not going to be super intensive, but you just need to make sure that you're on top of it. Okay? So that's the directions for this assignment. This should take about 10 minutes. So I want you guys to do that now. Take 10 minutes and create your book club schedule assignment.